even if the man is of noble blood like yourself, that doesn't mean... Speedwagon stopped, feeling Poco's hand tugging at his sleeve. He looked down at the boy, who pointed ahead at a shadow cast at the wall. One that looked like the head of the young Belmont. At least now they knew where he went. He couldn't have been more than a street corner away. Well, let's find out what's the problem then, shall we? Jonathan said, an earnest smile on his face as he moved towards the area. Speedwagon sighed, not sure what to expect. He knew Jonathan had nothing but good memories of this family, but Trevor hadn't been at all like what he described. Those memories clearly meant a lot to him, though, so he hoped against all hope that whatever feelings he had had about Trevor in the negative were incorrect, especially since this truth was passed down from Jonathan's father, who had no longer been with them. The last thing Speedwagon had wanted was to rip away a fragment of Mr. Joestar's father, especially considering how he had died so nobly. He turned the corner, ready for his eyes to reveal whatever the truth was. You and yours were told to be out by sunset. The gruff voice of a village guard could be heard stretching into the night as they laid eyes on him. The speakers mean you no harm, sir. Anyone could see that we aren't responsible for the tragedies here. Tragedies? Half the city is either gone or spirited away. The guard drew a blade, pressing it against the chest of the elderly man cloaked in blue. A man who at this point had made no motion to defend himself, seemingly just looking at his assailant. A look that told the others that there was going to be no fight here, only a slaughter. You expect me to think that getting a magician out of our way in a time when we're being attacked by magic wouldn't be a good thing? The priest before the man said, pushing the knife slightly further into him. I just believe that it was that kind of attitude that caused this mess, the old man said, the blade slightly moving into his skin. The others finally managed to spot Trevor. He just seemed to be watching, just close enough to the point that the others in the area hadn't yet noticed. Jonathan could see Trevor's hands coiling around his weapons. He understood the anger, but surely this man wasn't going to kill anybody. And surely Trevor shouldn't kill these men. They might have been cruel, but they weren't monsters. Would killing an old man make you less afraid of the dark? The older gentleman in blue asked. I don't know. It might make me feel a bit better. The guard snarled, his teeth shining into the light of day. The other guard looked positively thrilled with himself. Jonathan felt a bit of bile rising in his throat as he looked at them. The only human he had ever seen exhibit this kind of malice was Dio, and he was now a literal monster.